F and G shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Tre Boogie. We slide. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Tre Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Tre Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Tre Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's your big homie Tre Boogie. Hey, this is Hot Topic Tuesday, right? I got a nice panel on for tonight, man. We've got a nice panel. We're gonna get into it, man. I did an interview a couple weeks ago with my man Hypnotic. He posted something, a little clip of what we was talking about, one of the little segments, and we got a lot of interview off it, right? But we got other topics to get into also. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring on the panel. We got Hypnotic coming to the stage. We got my man G-Mon. We got my man Cole. And of course, we got the West Coast legend in the house, man. The West Coast legend, JD Lynch Mob, is in the house, eh? What's up, y'all?
Definitely. Appreciate you, man. Stay another day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, go ahead, say that.
Man, salute to you, first of all, Tre. Yeah, you the big homie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You the big homie.
That's love.
Hypnotic, man.
Hey, one at a time, man. Go ahead, JD. You should have to introduce yourself, but go ahead and let them know about you.
Well, for those who don't know who my whole last is, the one and only Miss JD from the Lynch Mob, you know what I'm saying? The founder of the Lynch Mob, the original member of the Lynch Mob, started it with Ice Cube, partner, right-hand man in the early 90s, took that fall a long time. Know the story about the fall, came back from the fall after doing 28 years. Now I'm back recording, getting cracking, just did Crush Groove Festival with Ice Cube and Dub C. Man, it took my nigga Mac in and Too Short, and me, the motion and the wave, right? The wave behind it.
Say that.
Wave.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely, man. Glad to have you back. Definitely, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just playing some Ice Cube the other day, man, with them saying JD's Gaffling, man. What's good with it, man? G here, man. G-Mon. Back at it again with big, the homies, big homie Tre Boogie. Appreciate you letting us tap in, you know what I mean? Definitely. You can find me, man, at G-Mon _ Comatose. Been doing music for years. Also got the brands that I've been branding with everybody. So if you need any merch or anything like that, we've been doing that, branding everybody officially. And just been trying to, get my hands in things, man. So appreciate you having me on today, discussing these issues that we should be discussing, man. It's been a minute. I mean, for sure. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Hypnotic said he can't hear us, but let's see if we could hear him.
We good now. I can hear y'all now. We good, dog.
Definitely, bro.
But I missed the whole intro, but I'm assuming you want to introduce everybody. I go by Hypnotic. You know what I'm saying? Tre Boogie, thank you for having me on, man. We had a good conversation a few weeks ago. Glad that we can get more people involved and discuss further topics. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely.
That's right. That's right. And the last. Let's do it.
Yeah, Hypnotic G Rooted, man, on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube. Find me
Real.
on Spotify, Apple, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shows coming up, man. Blessed. But yeah, let's talk some hip hop, man. Let's talk some hip hop.
So
And last but not least, go ahead, Cole.
Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Cove. First and foremost, just want to give a big shout out to all the artists on here, all the entrepreneurs, doing
yes,
their
sir.
thing. But yeah, man, we're here to talk some music, man. We're here to talk about some big topics. Y'all can find me on official.cove, pretty much on anything, really, but mainly Instagram. That's where I'm mainly on. But big shouts out to everybody.
Say that. And so, we going to dig right into it, man. Everybody that's on Facebook, everybody that's on Instagram, if you want your comment or your question or, post it, you want us to respond to what you're saying, you have to come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in right now on YouTube. My man Nimi, Indian Cool, Sherry E, CRS is in the house. My man Shout Body, Us Before Me is in the house. You did. 9 Kill Radio is in the house. You did. We up in here. So let's go to the topic number one. Topic number one, y'all. Let's get to it. Here we go. Topic number one. And I'm gonna give it to you, JD. I'm gonna give it to you, JD. Has rap lost its uniqueness and the creativity? You did? Because a lot of people now, if you listen to what's going on, right? Whoever's hot, whoever's this, they doing the same thing. You know what I mean? They trying to imitate that. All the female rappers is doing the sexy red with the microphone down, doing the same old movement. Has it lost its creativity?
Listen, I tell you what. The reason why I'm gonna say it hasn't lost its creativity is because of shit like Kendrick and Drake. That's at the essence of hip hop, homie. At the essence of hip hop, Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick gunned down Drake like he did, and I'm just gonna say that. And y'all can say it's a bias because I'm West Coast or I'm from South LA or whatever. But Kendrick gunned down Drake was so good for him. It was like a breath of fresh air inside of hip hop. There were no fatalities over that battle, and that battle was short lived. But when you get back to what you're talking about, uniqueness, no, there is no uniqueness. You got fucking these marginalized little ass motherfucking individuals who like to push us over to this category, bro. And what they do is make all our little sisters and our little brothers, brown and black, try to be like the sexy reds, try to be like the such and such, try to be like the such and such. So we aspire like these other artists. We ain't gonna never get that goddamn shit because somebody got money behind it, giving them money to look like. They're doing what they're doing to fuck over a generation of people who want to be like that. Sexy red ain't sexy to
Right.
me. I mean, a hot artist making a bunch of money, but it's not sexy to me. Nothing that she does is sexy. You could have all your clothes on to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? You can have all your clothes on to be sexy as a motherfucker. What I'm saying is,
Right.
go become you, and you become a cookie cutter. I can't bless who you really ain't, bro. He bless who you really are.
There it is.
That's real. I'm gonna give it to you, Hypnotic. What do you think?
I think Homeboy hit it on the nail as far as like, he mentioned like at the pinnacle of hip hop, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it's a healthy battle, right? They're going back to lyricism. They're getting creative with their music. You know what I'm saying? Especially Kendrick. With you dive into his lyrics and what he's trying to say, and this deep, it's thoughtful, right? And I think what does that tell you though? Drake and Kendrick, they've been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And when you rap about real stuff for the most part and you're talented and you're really good, that's a longevity path. You know what I'm saying? That there's a career there that's gonna last compared to all these fools that's hot right now. Like Homeboy said, all these marginalized little people that got a little backing behind them. they're gonna be hot for a year or two, and then they might fade away a little bit till the next person comes around. You know what I'm saying? But that's a young fan base right now. Hip hop,
Yeah.
a lot of the fans that dictate where the streams go and all that. It's the young crowd. You know what I'm saying? And what is the young crowd like? They like all that ratchet shit. They like all that turned up, meaningless, senseless type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder for people that are rapping about the real topics, people that are trying to keep the hip hop essence alive. It's harder for them to stand out. Not to stand out. They stand out because they're in their own lane. They're different, but they ain't gonna blow up like that. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. They're touching the hearts of fans, and those fans feel that, and they're gonna stick with you to the end. And so I do think in general, when it comes to the mainstream and what they push, they intentionally push down the dumb shit, the dumbed down shit, and there could be more to it. Like, they want to keep us dumb. They want to keep our youth dumb and not learning shit. Because when I grew up, hip hop was about, activism. It was about uplifting our people. It was about, making a difference. Just it was on some gangster shit too, but it was meaningful, thoughtful gangster shit. People letting people know what was going down in the streets, in the hoods, and with the cops and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was information that the world needed to know about. And now the information we're getting fed is
Yes.
all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? On the mainstream level, what they trying to put. That's how I could sum it up in a sense.
What about you, G-Mon?
Oh yeah, man, I agree. Definitely with both topics from the same what they were discussing. I mean, we grew up in the Marys, man. With old school shit. You know what I mean? People battling, rappers from Big Daddy Kane, from the East Coast to the West Coast, whatever battles where they were. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the Marys, man, and they were always done on wax. You never heard anybody, you know what I'm saying, being fatally, you know what I'm saying, a casualty of a situation. You know what I mean? Because it went overboard or whatever situation it is. So I mean, I really think, you know what I mean, if it's going to be a battle, you know what I mean, on wax or battle, whatever, I think that's healthy to the game. You know what I mean? We have to carry that on. It's a tradition that we
But we going to get into that. We're going to get into that part in a minute. Not to cut you off. We
Oh
don't,
yeah,
let's not jump the gun. We're going to get into there, but about the creativity, and the uniqueness of it.
well,
Back in
yeah,
the
that's
day,
what
everybody had their own style. Everyone had their own flavor.
oh
Now
yeah, that's what
everyone
I'm
is
saying.
jumping on what's going on.
That's what I was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? The creativity from then to now. Everybody stood out. You know what I'm saying? From each other is what I'm expressing to you.
Yeah.
Nobody sounded like each other. Nobody tried to sound like each other. You know what I'm saying? And mimic the next person's thing to make and create their own hit is what I mean.
That
So
part.
from there, from
Yeah.
that point of that era, from when we grew up to originality, even though we were sampling our people, we were still making original ways and recipes to cook up our own creativity. You feel what I mean? But we weren't taking the next
Yeah.
man's or the last man's lyrics or style or creativity that they were doing at that moment and saying, hey, this is mine now. I'm trying to shine with my own. I've seen everybody stand on their own. Now it's a little bit different. Everything's saturated. Everything is like reduplicated to the 10th degree. I mean, you can only take so much of so much, you know what I mean? And it starts watering down the richness of what we've been building for all them years of creativity wise, man. You know what I mean? You got everybody who's a producer,
Yeah.
everybody who's a rapper, but longevity wise, can everybody flow to a beat that's universal, whether it's 50 beats per minute to 120 beats per minute? Then we'll start, signaturing who's a real artist and who really has their, ability to be creativity from back then to back to now, man. Because like I said, it's really gone far fetched from the way it's been. I still listen to everything back then, 30 years ago, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whether it's in my phone, whether it's in, I'm saying, the
Yeah.
cars or whatever. I'm not really. I got to keep up to the Jones for the new stuff. Don't get me wrong, because I do produce for a lot of people, but it's gone so different. You know what I mean? From the originality aspect of it, I'm just not a fan of a lot of the new ways that things are being brought apart. But at the same time, we can't hate because back then we didn't have this social media shit, man, to saturate things. You know what I mean? It's probably would have been the same way if
There
we
it
did.
is.
You know what I
There it
mean?
is.
So,
Yeah.
it's just so many things and avenues that gone from decade to decade, man. But I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, personally, my own opinion, I mean, it's a saturated game, and I hope it can get back to the old ways of everybody just being in their own lane, man. Instead of trying to be like the last person and sound like the last person. That's what I'm saying. Everybody sounds so much that I don't know who artist. I don't know what artist is what. You know what I'm saying nowadays compared to back then when we knew
I don't.
distinctively when they were spitting. You know what I mean?
Not to
So
cut you off. Not to cut
Real
you off, my
talk.
brother. Not to cut you off, bro. But I don't even listen to it. Not to cut you off at all, man. I don't even listen to it because it's monotonous. is trash.
Yeah, it really is.
Heard Rakim tell you how to maneuver through your island. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tell you he was looking for you to kill you. When you heard Eric B scratch up his music, he wasn't telling you I need $250,000 for an effing track.
Yeah, exactly.
So shit got out of control, bro.
It
So
really did. It really did. Yeah.
now I don't want to diss nobody in this era right now. I really don't want to diss these motherfuckers platform. I want to say this motherfucker's name so bad, but I don't fucking to say it. So what I'm gonna let this gray shit wisdom. But this whack ass voodoo doll looking ass motherfucker that's out here right now, he like a whack ass voodoo doll. The shit rap about, you know, everybody follows him. So I know he's a fucking clone. I know he's a fucking an agent. I know he's a mole because the shit that he rap about is whack. But the motion that they give these devil ass crazy dudes with this redundant ass trash, they give them so much motion. I mean, the reference to even have Sexy Red as the reference topic is just fucked up, and not have Latina somebody play or another positive sister or somebody else that's in the hip hop and Hispanic or black or
right.
Latina. You know what I mean? Because
right.
She shouldn't even be the fucking standard. You know what I mean? That's just enough is enough, like Bruh said. Enough is enough. All the tracks sound the same. Everybody pull up on sound the same. This dude hitting the corner, killing.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
I want to hear from, we got a youngster in the house. Cole, what do you think? What do you think, man?
Yo. So I'm pretty much with everybody, man. I'm pretty much in between, man. I'm a youngster and then I'm not. So I'm in between, bro. But I feel what everybody's saying, man, about the whole Drake situation, the whole Kendrick and Drake thing. Like, that is real good right now. I think that's real good right now for the hip hop, for the culture, But then again, I feel what everybody else is saying, that nowadays everything's pretty much the same. I think the creativity now has been lost. You feel me? Like, I feel like what everybody else was saying, kind of back in the day, like, let's say you had your Jay-Z, you had your Tupac, Biggie, and everybody dropped something, and it was creative, it was the shit, and it lasted a whole while. It lasted a long time. It was dope. And you waited for the next one. You waited for the next one. Everybody was fucking ready for the next one to pop out. I feel like now coming into it's been a couple years now, but I feel like now coming into 2024, like everyone else was saying too, with this whole media stuff, we're coming into an era or a phase where everybody's just trying to pump out music, and everything kind of sounds the same now. But everybody's just trying to pump it out and get stuff like going. Everybody's trying to release everything, and everybody's sounding the same. So I think that's where we're kind of falling off on the hip hop part,
Especially the West Coast.
And that's especially the West Coast. And like my man Indian Cool said, the uniqueness has deteriorized from 90% to 20% because most only rapping to make it. They don't have a love for it anymore, and the industry is pushing that agenda. And that's real. That's real.
Back then it used to be
that's real.
More about like the creativity. You wanted to produce a good album or a good single, put something real good out. And nowadays I feel like people aren't even focused on the quality of the music, just pumping out music. Who's dropping more singles a week? Whatever it is, it don't matter. But whoever's putting out more videos, I guess that's what's popping. But back then
it's about numbers. It's about the numbers. It's about the streams. And that's where we're at now. Ain't no more running around selling physical copies and getting real numbers. It's about the bots and the industry pushing what's going on. What you say about that, JD?
Well, I'm gonna shoot a little bit back at that the physical copies. Buddy Boy Entertainment, my man Cocaine. If you go to to my man Hutch, TV.net. If you go to those two websites, you're gonna find physical copies. Put it together, huh? You know what I mean? OGFacts.com. You'll find physical copies. So a lot of physical copies are coming back for the independent part for the artist. We can get the bulk of the money. You can sell that album, that vinyl, you can sell that CD. So homies are printing. A like you said, the digital game, the streaming game, this game that we're stuck in. And so everybody can have a platform like, DistroKid or TuneCore, Masters, et cetera, and sit back and wait for the pennies to pile up. And that's all the fuck it is. It's just pennies piling up. You can go to places like Label Engine and probably see a lot more money every fucking month at Label Engine. Deep Concepts Media probably pay you a little bit more money than. But the thing that I'm trying to say is this. You're stuck in the digital era where if we don't want you to be hot, you will not be hot. This is what it is. The media controls who likes what, and these motherfuckers who control the media are stuck with their phones in their faces. They stuck on motherfucking TV. They stuck being when to like it and long to like it until the next thing come along.
Real talk.
50 times a day, bro. Listen to me for 10 times, for 10 days. If I tell you, everybody on here, if I tell all of y'all 50 times a day for 10 days that Drake got fucked over by, it doesn't matter what I say on the 60th day. You'll probably tell yourself Drake got fucked over by, because all it is repetitive, and they soak us with this shit. We on some Matrix. It's all Matrix, bro.
Real talk. And we talking about the Drake and Kendrick. Let's see what the comments are saying. That's why my man 9 Kill Radio said that's why I play artists that sound different. You dig? Always. And that's real. 9 Kill, he played your stuff, JD. He played Dazzy D. He played all you guys' music, and y'all don't even know it. My man 9 Kill Radio. That's why I sponsor him. You know what I mean? He play everybody's music. Go ahead, Hypnotic.
It also comes to like a fundamental point too. Why it's not just the rapper, it's not just the artist. A lot of times, there's a trend, there's a type of music that's popping, right? So artists, a lot of artists that are coming up, they just get their beats on YouTube, or they get a beat that's already made. I do that too. I'll listen to some beats, made by different producers, and then there's not a lot of people that are individually working with the producer in the studio, creating something from scratch. That's when it sounds unique. You know what I'm saying? We can sit here all day. I can go through different beats. Oh, I like that. Let me write to it. But when you're in the studio working with somebody, working with an actual musician that can play the live bass, that can play guitar, that's where the creativity comes in. That's gonna make your music sound unique. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that Death Row stuff back in the day with Dre, he had some live bass in that shit mixed with the drums and the hip hop. And not just that, they had the vocalists in the background. You know what I mean? Like little vocals, little details, all that stuff. It enhances the music. And right now people are too fast paced. They just want to sound like what's popping, which is like if you hear the radio right now, if you listen to the beat, there's probably like 5 to 6 instruments max, bro. It's very, very simple. A lot of times that works. That's a recipe for a hit, you know what I mean, for success. But people want to copy that. That means there's not that much other instruments. They're not trying to get creative. They're not trying to add little vocal harmonies in the background. You know what I'm saying? All that little stuff I think makes an artist stand out. And I think it's very crucial to work hand in hand, work with a producer and work with different people. That's what makes the project bigger, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to do, I think it's more than just the rapper. It's in general, you know what I'm saying? Producers just want to make something, oh, that sounds like the YG shit. That's some YG shit. But and they just want to make money. They just trying to make money off all these rappers that'll just buy beats. All these rappers are buying the same beats. They leasing the same beats. You got 20 rappers using the same beat with different songs. But when you work with one individual producer, that's when that shit becomes very unique and creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it comes exclusive.
That's real. And like Shout Body said right here, man, big up to us before me, the Thug Bible movement, as Young Gods and OGs and Young God podcasts, he said they stopped marrying the beats and started spitting to bars. Say, haha, everybody want to go in the booth and do a one take, spitting all that trash, only heard the beat one time and think they cool. That's another subject. We're going to go, and we've been talking about the Kendrick and Drake, right? So next topic I want to talk about is, are rap beats good for the culture? I want to start with the youngster first, though, right? I want to start with the youngster first. So we're gonna have Cole. I want to know your thoughts on this.
Jeez.
Are rap beefs good for the culture?
I guess I would say yes, bro. But like, hear me out, man. I would say yes to some degree because rap used to be based off of like rap battles and really insulting one another and going back and forth. So nowadays it's like to some degree because sometimes a rap beef could go way too far. It could be something way crazier than it should be. So I think it would be cool. It is cool to get the whole streams going, get people interested in what's going on and everything. It's all good for entertainment and stuff. But maybe not because then it could go too far nowadays. Back in the day, it used to be something else.
I mean, let me run to you, JD, because you was around with no Vaseline and all that. He's saying it's going too far now. I think back then it went too far. You know what I mean? And now it's just like I think a lot of it be about marketing, about trying to blow up and help you. You know what I mean? I think it be watered down about numbers. I don't think it's really. That's why J. Cole apologized. But what do you think?
Well, I mean, in this day and time, bro, it's you call him the young. He repping in that Padre jersey like a champ right now. So I'm gonna salute him. Shout out to all the Dago, everybody, Dago, especially
Appreciate it.
9 Jo felony Mitchell Slick. Rest in peace, my man. So fine, bro. But like the
Oh
young,
man, rest in peace. So fine. That was the homie.
that was the homie right there, bro. So check me out though. He got a point. This shit good. This shit beefs are good in hip hop. But you got a point. This manufacturer shit is about numbers and streams and downloads. But this one right here wasn't about that. This was a good old fashioned beef, and this one was necessary. And that's why I love it because it was necessary. Drake, what I'm saying, got a little short thinking everybody will believe he was some killer ass motherfucker from Toronto. Come on. I mean, from the Padres hat all the way up to the Sacramento Kings, bro. I us bought none of that. None of us bought none of that. And so I don't get caught up into trying to make you a gangster or not make you a gangster. Your authenticity is whatever the fuck it is. So eventually we will find out who Drake is, and we just found out. Nigga, you not a harder rapper than Kendrick. So to me, Drake stands for don't rap against Kendrick ever. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. That's how that fucking goes. But I'll say
That's
good.
right.
Beefs are good. Beefs are good because this is hip hop, bro. Beefs are good because this is the essence of hip hop. Beefs are good because back in the day, we traveled to your neighborhood, to your party, did this, that, and the other. And like our brother said, it can't get out of hand, but it only get out of hand when the whole ass feelings hurt. And so if you got that kind of dude on the mic with feelings getting hurt, hey, the people around him out the way. Hey, bro, sit your ass over here. That nigga served you. Shut the fuck up. Or sit your ass over here, bro. That nigga served you. Shut the fuck up. Or sit your ass here, SA. Homie served you. Shut the fuck up. However it goes.
Go ahead.
However it go.
Go ahead, OG.
However it go on whatever the wording is, bro. When you get served on the mic, motherfucker, you get served on the mic.
That's
where
it.
I come from. I come getting on the mic fucking over you every it mentioned me anything negative. So that's what
right.
Now if we take that and we just get rid of it all together, then guess what? Then we allow these little tender dick ass dudes who only been raised by women and women only, you know what I'm saying, to or not, shit on our sisters, but you get these tender dick ass dudes who I can't handle being.
I see it.
So I'm gonna shoot up all your shit. That don't work. Right. You got served on the mic. You got served on the mic. Shut up, bro.
See,
this is hip hop.
See, I have a different opinion on that now that I'm older, right? But we grew up on the JD, on the Roxanne Shantays, on the KRS-One and Scotland Rocks, on the LL and Kumo D's and all that, all the battles, right? Cannabis and LL. But now I look at it like these companies want to benefit off of black and brown going at each other. You know
Oh
what I
no, no,
mean? But let go ahead.
no. That right there. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. I don't even want to cut you off. I want to let you finish. I want to say what I want to say. So I can wait.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Nah, handle it. Handle it.
I will never let no fucking bullshit ass, raggedy ass, funky ass rap or some shitty ass label executive or some fucking racist motherfucker with some goddamn attempt to pit me against my brown Latino brother. That never happening. That ain't never happening with me. And so if anybody buy into the machine that black and brown need to be the fucking focal point of each other to sell records, then we need to slow down a little bit and look at the motherfucker who trying to get us to do it, because now we being used, bro. The motherfucker needs to wake up. But you know, you'll never, I mean, I'm yard with motherfuckers, bro. Trust me. I've been on the penitentiary on a yard with motherfuckers, bro, that'll never buy into this bullshit that goes on right now. And so there'll never be me pitting
Real
me against
talk.
my brown brother for no funky ass rap music. Period.
Say that. Hypnotic. Let's hear yours, and then we're gonna get to G-Mon
Well, as far as
on the topic. Are rap beef
yeah,
good
yeah.
for the culture?
I think you guys
Because
all got
it's a lot of
man.
Latino beefs going on. There's a lot of raza beefs beefs
You know
going
what?
on right now.
You know
Little
what? You know
weirdo
what's
and such
new?
and such. Little.
Hey, fuck the rap battles. It's all about the podcast battles, dog. Come on now, homie. You know what I mean? You got all the
That's
we
where it's
don't
gone.
give a fuck
That's
about rap
where
no more, homie. All these podcasters, they throwing disses at each other through reaction videos, through this, through that, man. I mean, let's keep it real, man. Beef is always gonna sell. It's always gonna sell. And yes, it brings attention. It sheds light. It brings light to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. No one was really giving a fuck about hip hop until Drake and Kendrick started, you know, dissing each other. Then it's like, damn, you know what I mean? But sometimes it takes the two head honchos to do that, to bring the attention, to make it fun. And like Homeboy said, it's all love. It's all cool until it gets too personal. And then, you know, when someone's getting shot at, I just heard Drake's bodyguard got shot up. I mean, I don't know how cool that is
His
for
house got
him and
shot
his
up.
people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how healthy that is, but I mean, for us, we're being entertained, you know what I'm saying? But when you're that big and as men, you know, we take a lot of shit personal, and you never know. It can lead to violence, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's always gonna be good for hip hop, you know what I'm saying? You just hope that it comes from a genuine place. I would never diss nobody just to diss them, just to bring attention to me and my record. And yo, I got an album coming out. Let me diss somebody. Hell nah, that ain't the right way to do it. It ain't genuine. And a lot of times we can tell if the beef is real, then the beef is real. Yeah, sometimes it might lead to some tragedies and violence, but if that is real beef, you know what I mean, it's gonna play out in the streets regardless. If it, you know what I'm saying, so it's one of those things, man. Like it's cool, it's entertaining, but it's also you got to tread carefully. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's one of those sensitive topics. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But you're never comfortable when it's real beef and real animosity. It ain't a comfortable place to be in, you know what I'm saying, for the individuals. So you just hope it stays on wax. But a lot of times it doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's like 50-50. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
We hope it stay on wax. What about you, G-Mon? What you think?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I was discussing before, man. I mean, it's a healthy situation, man, but not everybody's built for battle rapping or being in that circular motion of being amongst like getting dissed or disrespected and having that kind of feeling like, was this personal or was this entertainment? You know what I mean? So that's where they gotta, differentiate that kind of situation. And we've been listening to this for years, man. Like I said, back in the days when we were discussing this, and there was always the dub to get. was the diss rap ones. Like you can have albums of people, but if they drop the diss track, that was like you got to have that latest one. So obviously, look at Kendrick. He just broke the internet with 11 million in one. I think 11 million streams in one day.
Right.
So I mean, who else
11
is doing
million.
that off an album single? I don't think anybody is really. You know, off of, not putting some juice behind it and saying, "Hey, look what's going on here." I mean, they want to hear that. It's always going to want to be heard, but there's a healthy way of doing this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be going shooting up somebody's pad, and you know what I mean? Like you just were discussing about the security guard and all that shit. I think that shit a little too far fetched, man. You know what I mean? You got too much to lose for that kind of shit. I mean, for reals. You know what I mean? And
My man Nine Kill said rap beefs are weak.
they are if they're not coming from the right artist. You know what I mean? For real. And this is
Hey,
all build up.
hey,
This is all build up anyways for
hey,
their albums. This is all
hey.
build up bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's all promotional aspect when it comes to circulating these artists that are battling. Because they're probably gonna drop a single next, 2-3 months later on. Who knows? But that just builds up the way that they do things now compared to the way they were doing shit back then. From the no Vaselines to everything else. It was like when I cut you off, I cut you off. You know what I mean? It was what it was. But you didn't have to go, what I'm saying, disrespect somebody's family, the motion of doing so. You know what I mean? If,
Right.
if I did it on wax, then it's enough said. It is what it is. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
I mean, you got to look at it, man. I look at rap as like a sport. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we always like, hey, who's your top five? Who's better? Who's this? Like we like Jordan, LeBron. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's a craft. It's an art form. It's a competition. So it's always gonna be good. Beef is always gonna be good for rap because that's how you can go head to head with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like you know what I'm saying, like playing one on one. Imagine Kobe and MJ playing one on one. That's our form of us doing that. You know, when we're dissing each other, hopefully it stays on wax and it's peaceful. But that's always gonna be dope. And you know what, Drake ain't even known for being a true like rapper spitter. So for him to even take
Yo,
on K Dot, you got to give
But
him
he
some
don't even
props. You
write
know what I'm
his
saying?
own stuff. He
yo,
don't
look
even
it
write
up.
his own stuff though.
I mean,
There
Hey,
you
the
hey,
go.
hey,
allegations and shit.
my
I don't
man
know.
Nine Kill asked a real question right here. He said, "Name me a real beef that ended good." JD,
Hey,
you was
what about
around with the
Quavo?
Ice Cube. Look, you was around with the Ice Cube beef with NWA.
Every
You was
every
there. And then when Ice Cube left and did y'all the Lynch Mob, the Gorilla and Mist and all that, Planet of the Apes, you was there. What beef ended up good? What beef? Look
every
what happened with
What
Tupac
about
and Biggie.
okay.
Quavo and Chris
Well,
I
look,
was
Brown?
in
look.
I was in Rikers Island when all that beef was happening. I was a West Coast cat in New York when all that stuff was happening. You know what I mean? What beef ended up good? That's a good question right there.
Okay, well, look. You know and I know. Motherfucker Tupac was killed by somebody else. That was some gang shit. That had nothing to do
Yeah,
with nothing. That was gang shit. So gang shit. That wasn't hip hop. Pac died because he wanted to be a
yeah.
blood at the wrong time of his life. Pac died because he wanted to
My
be a blood at the.
homeboy was dating Orlando's sister.
Listen, Baby Lane, Orlando, Anderson. I grew up in Compton off Poinsettia with that kid right there. That's my brother, little road dog right there from the South Side. But what I'm trying to say is that Biggie didn't get killed by Tupac, and he didn't get killed by a Tupac fan. And so this ain't about
Mm-mm.
them two brothers dying as a result of some insane ass element of hip hop bringing opposing fans to one another, and these dudes, dying as a result of that. This is all put together bullshit, bro. All the shit, but what beat ended good? The one with NWA, Ice Cube, the one with Above the Law, and
Ice Cube and Dre.
the one with Above the Law, Lynch Mob, the one with Kumo D and LL, the one with Cannabis and LL. Nobody got to die after all this shit. The only thing that people want to die about is when feelings get hurt, bro. This is why dudes be dying. They feelings get hurt because this is hip hop. We used to walk away and say, man, I'm going to catch up to that motherfucker next. And when I see him, I'm a serve. That was hip hop. When that element is gone and you got this other motherfucker who too tender, who a tender ass motherfucker, bro, you don't even battle him. Leave him alone. Drake don't write his own shit. He a little kid from fucking Canada. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? But Drake fucked up trying to fuck
But
with Kendrick. He fucked up trying to fuck with
Yeah.
Kendrick. And so, you know, you look at these little elements, bro, you can't change that, bro. Nothing can be changed. And I'm sorry that these references keep coming back to these two dudes, but it's just this element. It's this element that's missing, and everybody's scared to talk about it. I'm gonna battle you if you say something about the lynch mob, bro. I don't give a fuck what you or nobody on this panel say. Say something about the lynch mob.
Right. Right.
My old ass is old.
And y'all did battle. Y'all did. Well, you were above the law. Come on now. Like, you know, it could get physical. It could get physical.
You can say it now. If it's the wrong shit you saying, we gonna deal with it. If it's the right you should say it, I'm gonna say this nigga served us, bro. This nigga kind of served that. Happened that way, nigga. It happened that way, Tre.
Say that.
And so
I know.
That's how this is hip hop. So if you got into this art form right here, look at R&B, look at country music, look at mariachi, look at fucking. We go to bachata, motherfucker. Look at every fucking guy. Motherfucker, these genres of music to kill each other, bro. We the only motherfuckers who feel it get hurt. This is hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
This is fucking hip hop. Put your bullshit ass in your pocket, nigga. Grab the mic. Or don't fuck around. Try to sing. Or try to change that shit into another.
You know what?
But they battling too now. Singers is battling too now.
But they not dying.
Go ahead. Hypnotic.
No.
Yeah, they're not dying though. They're not dying.
No, there is other genres though, like like Mexican narco corridos, where it's not necessarily beef, but artists get killed. You know what I'm saying, for doing a song like Peso Pluma. He can't perform in TJ because he gave Chapo a shout out in his song. Like the cartel really going like, hey, if you come to TJ, we going. In certain genres there is danger. I guess in hip hop there could be that element of danger. You know what I'm saying? If you beefing with a real gangsta ass fool that don't give a fuck, if you willing to go that route, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take up that beef, but like I think we all agree, man. At the end of the day, beef can be good and it can be bad. It's like a 50-50 split if you break it down. You know what I'm saying? If it goes too far, it ain't. But like Homeboy said, it's not like Pac got killed by Biggie or you know what I mean? I mean, it's gang related stuff. You know what I'm saying? People want to make a big fuss about that. Look what happened to Biggie and Pac, but not those murders ain't necessarily tied to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? So I see what Homeboy's saying right there.
Say that.
That's real shit. I love him. I love Hypnotic. That fool Hypnotic sharp as a move. Sharp as a move.
Yeah, that's my guy right there, man. Hey, let's get into the thing real quick, man. When we did our interview Hypnotic, and you posted what you posted, my big bro JD reached out to me. He was like, hey, bud, we need to run that back and you need to let me get on it, right? So let me show people what we talking about real quick.
If you don't say it around black people, if you over here with your homies using it left and right, and then when a black gentleman comes in and you kind of switch up and you don't use it no more, that should tell you a little something, bro. That should tell you a little something right there. You feel me? When I was doing the whole street vendor music, a lot of these like the young Mexicans or Latinos that use the N-word, it's like when I looked at the comments with the street vendor stuff, you know what I'm saying, they were arguing back and forth. Well, that's fucked up that they targeted the Mexican vendors. And then, they had some black people out there saying, well, y'all.
I think it froze up. Let's try to get.
If you don't say it around black people, if you over here with your homies using it left and right, and then when a black gentleman comes in and you kind of switch up and you don't use it no more, that should tell you a little something, bro. That should tell you a little something right there. You feel me? When I was doing the whole street vendor music, a lot of these like the young Mexicans or Latinos that use the N-word, it's like when I looked at the comments with the street vendor stuff, you know what I'm saying, they were arguing back and forth. Well, that's fucked up that they targeted the Mexican vendors. And then, they had some black people out there saying, well, y'all use the N-word all the time. Why y'all using the N-word? And it goes, like, when shit hits the fan, when we arguing about something, that's when something can come out, when you can use that argument. You might have been cool with us using the N-word, but then when it's real about to get down, they're going to use that against us in a sense. Like, you're over here trying to be black yourself. It comes to a point where, as a Mexican, you got to kind of see, like, why are they saying that? It might you might seem like it's all love, but you don't know how people truly feel.
Right.
You got to be cautious using that word. More open communication, more conversations like me and you, a black and a brown, having about it, and people can hear it and interpret it how they want. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you don't say it around black people, if you over here with your homies using it left and right, and then when a black gentleman comes in and you kind of switch up and you don't use it no more, that should tell you a little something, bro. That should tell you.
Real talk right there. You know, and that's what started this, right? We had a lot of people saying what they wanted to say on it. You know, when you posted it, Hypnotic, and like I said, AD reached out and was like, "We need to run that back and put me on it, Boogie." You know what I mean? And I could say my point of view. Like I grew up around, you know, in Del Sol, around essays and stuff. Back in the Los Amigos days, and on Sundays they was cruising, going 5 miles an hour down the streets, and you know what I mean. When the Vatos were the Vatos, and you know, one of my uncles was a Vato. You know what I mean. And I ain't never heard Raza or other nationalities using the N-word like they using it now. KRS-One in one of his songs said, "Now white people saying nigga." You know what I mean? Like, I feel I don't even use that word. You did? Because everyone using it now. I don't let nobody come in my house using that word. I don't say it because I don't want my kids to say it. You know what I mean? Because it's just not a word I want to use. But this is the topic at hand, and let's go, JD. What do you think, man?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and this is all with all due respect. The times that I've said it throughout this last hour, I would like to apologize to you. I would like to apologize to the panel, and because I didn't know that you stood on that word like that, and it wasn't allowed in the house like that. It's something that I'm proud of. It's something that I'm proud of. But I will say this: I've been hearing that motherfucking word 1970, 71, something when I first heard it.
Yeah.
It was only black using that word. That word was a fighting word. Use that word, and you were from a different ethnicity or a different background.
Real talk.
The thing I'm going to say is this. Let's fast forward to hip hop, bro. We got to go back to hip hop. Hip-hop that made this big contribution to culture. Culture has dictated this, that, and the other, because you did grow up in it that on Sundays and they at 5 miles an hour. And go, let's drive up 100 miles. Compton, where I grew up at, on Sunday, we cruised in low riders like that. And I grew up with Tony Martin, grandmama and his mama, and his family in this big ass house. You know what I'm saying? On Burr Street, somewhere in Compton. You know what I mean? And I would eat flowers, homemade motherfucking eggs, homemade pico, and motherfucking cheese in the morning. School. And so we grew up with that word being used. And you can move all the way to Brooklyn, and you can move all the way up to motherfucking Sacramento. Nobody used this word, but because of hip hop, this word literally means nothing. But Hypnotic, man, the homie make the motherfucking most valid point. You know, I got a little homie that's from fucking Compton, fucking Sereno. From Compton, little homie, young motherfucker, hit the handball court, ready to squabble, up everybody, mad, throwing the ball and shit. You know, young Southsider, bro. But his favorite word was nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he always told his little essay partners, man, you niggas got me fucked up. I fuck up out here. He was never talking to anybody black when he was saying it, bro. So I was
right.
Yeah, I like this little dude. I waited till he got in the building because he was too pumped up to say something to him in front of everybody in the yard. But when after he showered and cooled down, I walked up on him and said, bro, where you grew up at? He told me off of Willowbrook and Alondra. Willowbrook and Alondra on the other side of the project in Park Village. Long story short, put a bow on it. This is how he grew up. This is where we grew up.
Okay.
This is how he grew up. He's half the age that you and I are. Hip hop is so much of an impact in everybody's community that
Yes.
the N word has no value. Only the people who get hurt by hearing it want to defend. Don't call me that. But you can't call me that if me and you ain't tight like that. Because if you ain't my nigga, brown, black, Chinese, I got a homie named John Park in Korea. He got a brother named Peter Park. Was my mentor. They both Korean. Both of them niggas my niggas. And that's
Right.
crazy that I can say that because the way that I use it is that I love them dearly and I go to bat for them. And that's what it means. But it might mean something to, 1,000 different meanings to 1,000 different people. But right now it has no value, bro. It has zero value. Only to a hurt.
I used to family. I used to tell folks like this, right? Not in Dago. I didn't. In high school, I grew up. There was a white homeboy who was a Crip from L.A. and he used that word, right? And then when I was out there pimping and stuff, I had a white pimp homeboy who used that word, and I used to and when I was in New York, that's all I heard. Boricuas, white boys, everyone used the word. And I'm like this, right? I was young then, but I'm like, if you could come to my house and say that word around my family and they accept it, then you good, right? Because I had best friends I grew up with from 6 years old that was white and Mexican, and they didn't use that word
at all.
When Rasa go to jail and you got to go to your car, you can't say that word.
They don't use
or you're going to get full flighted. You're going to get full flighted for trying to be black.
Can I say one thing and I'm going to mute my mic? One thing. I just want to say one thing and I'm going to mute my mic. Listen, bro. My brown brothers that are Serenos, they don't use that word. They never used that word. They started using that word in the county jail and then it's sprinkled into the penitentiary. But they don't, when I hit the pen, they don't use that word. When I first came to prison, bro, at 19 months, when I got cracked in 93, bro, when you hit the fucking yard, you don't use that word. Not even brothers, bro. And I yelled out the side of the door. Hey, Tre Boogie, my ninja, send me some coffee and send me about 6 suits. My package on the way. One coming to you. Hey, my ninja, we going to chow together. Hey, my ninja. And so my homie shot me a kite, and he was an old motherfucker. He was an old CCO under paperwork. He shot me a kite. He said, little brother, I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to say it only once. Now, the last time you use that word over the shit like that, that sounds so bad, pathetic, coming from a brother like you. And if I had to tell you a second time, 2 people going to poke holes.
Damn.
And that was my message.
Real talk.
There was nothing else on that piece of paper, and I didn't ask the nigga who was a trustee or a porter where that kite came from. I didn't even ask the porter where the kite came from. I just never worked, bro, like that. And so that was unheard of in the pen. Serenos didn't use it, Northern didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? If a white boy was going to war, you know what I'm saying? If the police used it, we was big. It was just a whole different tempo at the time. Okay? It has no meaning. I'm not offended by it. Fuck if I hear it. I don't give a fuck who you talking to. You can call me one and I turn back around and say, shut your punk ass up, nigga, before I break your white jaw. So what that means?
You dig?
I think we had mentioned it too when we talked about it, Trey's like I think hip hop has such a huge impact. It has such a big influence that people think they can just say it. You know what I'm saying? And I think like we talked about,
and that's what 9 Kill is saying. That's what 9 Kill said.
You know what I mean? When I think of that word, I know you guys flipped it, the original meaning. You know what I'm saying? And you made it your own. And I would imagine how sacred that is to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things. It's like it's a word that we flip, we changed the meaning, we made it our own, we own it. Like we ain't gonna allow the white people to belittle us with that word. We made it our own. I know the history, you know what I'm saying? So it's like not everybody might know that. All these youngsters right now, they don't know no motherfucking history about that shit. So it's watered down.
That's true. That's true. You know what?
I don't know what happened. I think he got cut off. He got cut off. Let's hear from G Mondo real quick, Val. Let's see what he say about it.
I mean, I grew up, man. All my neighbors, you know, it was Mexican blacks, man. That's all I grew up on. Southeast, Lincoln Park, National City area. You know what I mean? I mean, grew up in
Wherever
Black
we
Mike
are,
Hood.
y'all are.
You know what I mean? We
Wherever
grew up
we
in
are, you
everybody's
are.
household. Each one of us were in everybody's household, and you know what I'm saying. And we respected everybody. We're from the old school era, man. So if I couldn't be accepted as my grandpa, and my grandma, my dad, and then we're like weren't accepting of me saying that kind of stuff, and it was, you know, something I never brought to the table with. You know, no matter how many of my homies accepted, you know, them calling them that or whatever, it's just something I never did. I mean, I listened to everybody's music back in the days, man, and I knew everybody's lyrics by heart, but I would never mention that word when that word came up. I mean, it's just out of respect. That's just the way I was raised, though. You know what I
That's
mean? Like you know, the thing is, you know, if you it's about mannerisms, man, and the way we were corrected. You know what I'm saying? When we were younger, you know, you don't have to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? To not be knowing the, you know, the right way to approach people and to conversate with people when they're older or they're younger. You know what I mean? So you don't go up in somebody's house and screaming that kind of stuff, or you know, vice versa for any other ethnicity that we were hanging around with. It was a much respect, man, level, and we were taught that from the ground up, though. You know what I mean? So that's the way we kept it, though. No matter how much the homies were accepting of anybody saying it. I kept it out my mouth, man. That's real talk. And that's how I really felt grounded with my homies. And they always been A1 day one with me. And they've always known I stayed genuine with them for always keeping that respect level with me. Because I couldn't go in nobody's house saying that. If we said something in the street in the curb, just like, you know what I'm saying? The homie was saying, we can't, it was not accepting. So why falsify your situation and act like you can say it anywhere you can when you couldn't?
right.
You know what I mean? So I just, you know, I kept it out of my
Real talk.
vocabulary, man. You know what I mean? That's just what I did.
Hey,
And
what's my brother? My
I
brother's
could
name?
vouch. I could vouch. Oh, go ahead. JD.
What's my brother name again that was just talking right now?
G-Mon, homie.
Hypnotic.
G-Mun.
Oh,
I
G
love you,
Mon.
bro.
G Mon. Yeah.
Hey, G-Mun, I love you, bro. And I love what you just said because you know what? That's
Appreciate you, man. Likewise.
actual way to be. I grew up with fucking raised. You don't use that shit. I got a homie named Dyer Lance.
Mm-mm.
I think it will not use that word. He won't use
Yeah.
that. I got
You know,
Shane Kenner shit up in the Bay Area. He won't use the word. But these dudes blacker than half the black dudes I know. And these dudes is pure white and one
Mm-hmm.
Japanese. And so I understand that the negative connotation that has always been connected to it kind of like barred everybody from saying this and that. And a lot of people still don't want to hear the word ninja. I get it. I really get it. But if it slipped from my mouth, I'm not embarrassed. And if you, my mother, and I see Tre Boogie and I see Sean and I see Hypnotic, I'm finna hit
Yeah.
all y'all up because one thing that I do know when I do hear from you, it's not said in malice.
right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
That's
Right.
what it's saying. Right.
That your ear hear something and receive it. And if I say
Right.
something with a deep, check this out, that's say, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you all the time. Now you already know that's hostility. This motherfucker can call me this, put the little bass in his voice, ain't gonna tell me what he ain't gonna tell me. That's an issue. So you
It
said
is.
the N word, that situation right there. And so, you know, it's all about approach. What it is to me, I don't think anybody that's not black. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Real does. It does. My thing is this, JD. My thing is this, though, right? You know, being from San Diego, when I was 6 years old, I got moved to Alexandria, Virginia, right? In the 70s, early 70s, right? And it was still white only, only. So
I
for
know.
me, back then to hear other nationalities saying it, those were fighting words, right? And now everyone's saying it so much, I don't even like that word, right? But like Nine Kill said, you know, rap music, hip hop got everyone saying it. I said it before in the late 80s, early 90s. KRS-One said now white boys are saying nigga. I don't think no one should be using that damn word. You did, like, to be honest. But I understand that's embedded in us. I grew up around Mexico. Anywhere black folk is brown. Black and brown is everywhere in every state. But the system put us against each other, right?
Yeah.
Do I think
Not against each other. Trey
It's okay
Boogie.
for them to say nigga. I don't.
No,
Yeah.
I just said that. Nobody that's not black should use that word. I respect your position when you said I don't like the word at all. Nobody at all. It has never been used by us as a term to hurt, or it's always been a term of endearment. It's always been us using it as a term of endearment. And there go my nigga right pulled up. They got this and that, and I've been waiting to get this and his wife. Man, that nigga, my wife loves him, and that's my partner right there. And I love that nigga. And so I use it that way with this term of endearment, telling you how much I love you. Maybe I may lack the ability time to use the words that I know that I have in my vocabulary. But if you my motherfucking
Right.
the time my sentiment, I don't
You
motherfucking want
got.
to be apologetic for that. I don't want to be apologetic for that.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
I don't, if you're not black, you shouldn't feel ashamed saying it, but you shouldn't use it with your black folks.
Right. You good though. You like
And
when
that's what Hypnotic was saying. Hypnotic said that before. And you know what? Let hold on. Let's listen to. We gotta get Cole because he a youngster, right?
Okay, yeah.
He a young artist, and you know a lot of people his age. Like I ain't never heard Cole say it. You know, and that's my. You know, I manage Cole. You dig? That's my artist. I ain't never heard him say it. You dig? So if he was saying it, me and him would have to go into the office and have a talk. You dig? But I never heard him say it. But what do you think about it, Cole?
Yeah,
From
man.
your perspective.
No, yeah. No, you're right. You ain't never heard me, and you won't, bro. Cause I'm not that. I'm not like that, man. But shoot, I agree, man. I agree with everybody saying, man. Cause shoot. Well, first and foremost, I'm not black, and I don't know anything about like. I'm informed, but I don't know anything about being black. I'm not that.
You
That's not
from
my culture.
Sinaloa. You dig?
Yeah. So that's not my culture. First and foremost, and then second of all, I get it, man. I get a lot of. I mean, I can't speak for all my Mexican folks, but I get it. I mean, a lot of people were raised in certain areas, and then they grow up using the word, man, and that's them. But what a lot of y'all were saying is like, yeah, dude, I come home. I'm Mexican. My whole heritage is Mexican and everything. So I come home to my family, my friends, and all my folks, and we don't use that. That's not the way it is, bro. So I'm not gonna go out there pretending it's something else.
See what I'm saying? That's love right there, bro. I said, see what I'm this the kind
Yeah.
of money.
Like you come home, you come home to your family, you come home to your mama, you come home to your grandma and everybody. You don't come home using that. You don't do that.
Right.
So don't go out there acting like you do, and it's all like that, because it's not.
That's what I'm talking about, Tre Boogie. That kind of stuff right there. That kind of stuff right there. That's just being real. Everybody ain't with that bullshit. Everybody don't use it. I understand if you didn't want nobody to use the word, but listen, in prison, when I first hit the penitentiary, you couldn't get no surrender in that word, bro. Not to each other. If a motherfucker another talking to another motherfucker and he was calling him this, that, and the other, calling him the N-word,
You
man,
get full flighted.
man, you full flighted on the spot. What the fuck you just call him, Holmes? Let me holler at you over here for a second. Motherfucker,
Right?
Poco.
And see, that's my point, JD. Thousand pardons. That's my point, right? They out here doing this and living this life, but when they go inside and have to pick a car to go with the South Side car or something, they gonna get full flighted for acting like a black. Now we got a lot of fact about it, right? Hypnotic. A lot of people was, oh, we say this, you can't tell us what to say. Obviously, you ain't never been to jail. Obviously, you ain't never been to jail. Because if you been to jail, you gonna change the way you talk. You dig? And that's why I said I don't use it because it got watered down. Everyone and their mama using the word now and thinking it's cool. You dig? So it's just like when we were called nigger with the R, and we changed it to nigga, a term of endearment. Now everyone using the word, it water it down. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Like Billy Knight. Billy Knight said we're black folk ain't saying homes and stuff. You know what I mean?
I got some little homies that I grew up with. I got some little homies that I used to do a lot of business with. Dirt went back to my do dirt days. They Asians, bro. I used to be in the southeast of Dago, bro. 40 University, in between El Cajon and University. I had a lot of shit going on. I was down off Imperial by the church, you know, the Four Corners, and a whole bunch. I could get into a whole bunch of guys right now, but I don't do that. The only point I'm trying to make is these same little Asian boys I grew up with, bro. The same little motherfuckers I grew up with. 3 of them hit the pen. I run into 3 of them down the line. All of them is like, "What's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? You want a rice bowl?" That's how they talk to each other. Not to me, but that's how they talk. "What's up, my nigga? What you doing? What we doing today? Rice bowl?" And so you sit here saying, you know, I'm watching my Hispanic brothers, my Sereno cats talk this shit. My Norteño cats been talking this shit. What's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? I'm watching Asian cats talk this shit. And I'm watching white Crips and white blood talk this shit. And so I can't get that word any better. That word has absolutely no value, means nothing to me. You say it the wrong way, down and stupid. I decide how I react. You got to deal with how I respond to it. You know what I mean?
Is that my house?
Definitely. I totally agree, man. That's real
Good
talk.
talk. Hey, you know, this is something that's gonna keep going. You know, folks is gonna respond to this and say what they want to say. The youngsters is gonna say, "Oh, we say this and we say that." We're just giving our opinion and our thoughts on it, and y'all need to be careful with that word. You dig?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna say it
Totally.
around the wrong person, and something gonna happen.
It's gonna start a riot.
And if you can't say it in jail, you shouldn't be saying it on the streets.
That part, because it's gonna
Get that
start a
out
riot.
your vocabulary, because you're not cool saying it.
Yeah.
You look silly saying it. You really look silly saying it, man.
Hey,
And you know, go ahead.
yeah, that's what I think too, man. It just don't look right when Raza speaking like that to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. But at the same time, you run into these people that say, like, they say it around their neighborhood, and they say that their black neighbors or their black homies are cool with it. So it's almost being allowed as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen interviews.
It is.
I've seen
It is.
interviews of black
If
people
you
saying that they
if you
cool with
can't
all
come
the
in
black
my
people
house
do.
saying it,
Right.
if you can't come in my house around my aunties and uncles and grandma and tias and all them saying
Right,
it,
yeah,
listen, my family
right,
speaks Spanish, you dig? And we don't, we're Moreños, you dig? They call us mayates, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not, you know, I talk to you, like UG, Cole. I'll say you and G are my homies, you dig? My carnals, you know what I mean? But I'm
Likewise,
not
bro.
going to be acting a certain way if I come to your house acting like I'm
right,
trying to be something I'm not.
right. And
Don't
that's
be
exactly what I
something you're
said.
not, because things got serious consequences. That's all we're
And
saying, you dig?
Hey,
and
hey,
that, and
bro.
that,
If you
and that,
about it, be about it then.
Straight
and
boogie.
Be about it when you go get locked up.
Yeah,
Run with the others. Run with the
right.
others. Go
right.
ahead, JD.
You gotta understand something, bro. Hypnotic is he on the ship. He on point right now. It's too many brothers that's cool communicating with their Mexican brothers and their brown brothers and their Hispanic brothers and their Latino brothers. It's too many of us, bro. They cool with it. The word has no value like that no more. And so if
No
you call me,
value.
listen, if you call me a Mayate, we gotta get down. If you say,
Right.
"What's up, my nigga? You want a 12 pack of Modelo before I pull up?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga, you want to blow when you get here?" So it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? My motherfucking
JD,
Mexican brother.
we got a spot out here called Mayate Hill, bro.
What? A restaurant?
Mayate Hill.
That's a cold
Nah,
mother.
area over off of Old Thigh.
That's a cold
It's
hit.
where all the blacks move, right? Because you got
Oh,
in Thigh, you had
Oh,
the
is that
South
is that
Siders
That's like
over
the
there.
nickname for it.
And then we moved from there and went to those condos, and it's on a hill, so they call it Mayate Hill.
Oh, so okay. I thought like it was an official city, but that's what the neighborhood calls it. That's what it became
It's
then.
an area, man, and that's what the Othai, the Southsiders, they call it.
Right,
That's
right.
And I
crazy.
grew up around, like I said, I grew up around everywhere we are. I lived in Georgia, New York, Chicago, wherever. Well, Chicago wasn't like that, but New York and stuff was wherever it's black is brown. And it's a whole bunch of
Right.
different types of variations of black, and we're all the same. I tell everyone, the further you go in TJ, they're my complexion.
We not all the same.
Right. Right.
We not all the same. I gotta stop you right there. Not all the same. My Cuban brothers don't rock like my motherfucking. My Cuban brothers don't rock like my motherfucking Pisces. My Cuban brothers don't rock like none of my motherfuckers from Sinaloa, Jalisco, or fucking Durango. They don't rock
Nah,
like that. Cuban partners rock a different. My Dominican niggas, they like niggas. They act like niggas. My Puerto Rican.
yeah, but you got Puerto Ricans, you got this and that and this that think they white.
I'm just
Let's keep it real.
the only point I'm trying to make is
Back up.
Spooktown and Compton, my nigga. Ain't nobody no different. We are all the same. And so if you use one word to describe us, and we all get mad at that one word, guess what? We distracted, huh? That one word is a distraction.
Right.
Definitely,
No,
man.
that makes
And
sense,
it
man.
shouldn't be. And that's why this is important, right? And like I'm always say, it's black and brown, man. Brown and black pride, man. You dig? And Hypnotic and G and Cole, all them know. All my shows I used to do, I promoted black and brown. You dig? We're
Oh,
not
yeah,
in
man.
jail. And if we ever came together, man, we powerful. But the
Can I tell you
system
something?
divide us. And that's why this was important, right?
Can I tell you something before I go, Tre Boogie? Because my time is running out.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes, sir.
are all motherfucking ready together. If we
Oh,
come
yeah.
my ass, we are all fucking ready together. You may not see it on the surface yet, my guy, but black and brown, black Kino pride, nigga, this motherfucking unity we got moving in this wave that's gonna run down the coast, up the coast. You gonna be surprised.
Hey, you know what?
We all ready together.
You know
Oh,
what's
big.
crazy is that
Say
I
that.
think even with the raza using that word, like I said, there's a lot of raza in certain neighborhoods. Like, yo, the brothers is cool with that. I mean, we might not like them using that word. I might not like how it looks, but at the same time, there is a positive to, in a sense that they bonding, they're kicking it, they cool with
We're
each other.
bonded.
Because back in the day, you know, the South Side, the Sureños, and the Blacks, they was beefing, man. Yeah, motherfuckers were shooting each other and shit on the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even talk to an opposite color. You know, so like the fact we might not
And,
like that they're using that word and all this and that, but that might be the gateway, the bridge for us to bond and you know what I mean. There's always two sides to it. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they ain't using it like with malice intent, like Homeboy said, then you know, because you can tell. I don't think they're using it in a racial way. They just feel like they can use it.
Hey,
You
bro.
know, so I don't
got-
think there's no disrespect.
you know what?
intended.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Go ahead.
I got a homie from Wilmot, right? I got a homie from Wilmot. That's like a righteous neighborhood in LA, out in Wilmington in the harbor area. And I got a homie from Wilmot. Every fucking 2 or 3 days that motherfucker wait. Like, get up, nigga, it's time. You know, just like that, bro. This is a fucking veterano, homie. Motherfucker still got the thick brochure riding on, work his ass off at the shipyard. This is a fucking political motherfucker. He still wake me up. And see, he don't come from that era of using that word.
Right.
He don't come from that era. So we say, hey, fuck, get your black ass up. Let's go get some breakfast. I'm in your town right now.
right.
Get at me, bro. Do I feel offended? I tell him, like, nigga, where you at calling this motherfucking early? Do he feel offended? No. You know, because we both know what fucking trenches we went through. We know who pitted us against each other. We know who wasn't never going to allow us to unify. We know who was the fucking goddamn secret fucking agent provocateur out the gate. We knew all of this shit. So we can't keep just falling for the same old banana in the tail, right?
Right.
Definitely.
My partners is sharper than this bullshit rap shit, bro. This is just entertainment.
And you know, and that's what it's about. Like, we're not going to we're not saying, we're not trying to tell you how to be, how to talk. We giving our opinions, right? Uh, and we're all different generations, right? And I just thought it was important because, you know, you see what's going on now and see how folks is, how they are. And anyone black grew up with brown. Anyone brown grew up, your next door neighbor was black. We're from the same neighborhoods.
Yeah, definitely.
Period. No matter what state you in, we're from the same neighborhoods. You did? And we got to learn how to be around each other, right? And it's just some things, like, I was, in my age, it was just things you just don't do. It was things you just don't do. But now folks is just doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and we're allowing it. Like Nine Kill said, we're allowing this to happen, right? We all got a homeboy who talk like this, who walk like this, who act like this, right? And we're allowing it. You know what? Hold on. Go ahead.
Hey, check this out, bro. You can let that be the one thing that focus on, that one thing, that one word, and that one word, and you can miss out on so much shit with your nigga. And all of them ain't got to be black, bro. All of them ain't got to be brown. They all got to be Asian. Thinking all your niggas, you all got to come fine, bro. And if that's what that word means to those 5 groups, you don't get to fucking take the value out of that word, bro. Take all my niggas. Because to the penitentiary, you surrender or Asian boys, you might be the one who never thought you would make the blood. And all fucking 4 of y'all, bro, become brothers. Through some strange occurrence, you all become tight as fuck, tighter than 4 motherfuckers you grew up with.
Right.
So you can't let the one word get so upset and derailed on what it is you're trying to do. Hey, my guy, I don't use that word.
That's real.
House. I don't use that word with my people when I'm talking to them. Hey, my guy, I don't really use that word. You know what I'm saying? And that's a simple, just a fair warning. You know what I mean? But to get completely derailed because everybody's saying it now, it's like losing focus, bro. It's a lot more we should be focused on that we're not focused on that's passing us by. Monetary, bro. Shit, brand building, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the leveraging our goddamn talent in our neighborhood and all of our fucking experience.
Listen.
Big ass label, bro.
Hey, JD. Hey, y'all. I'm a bring my man on real quick. I just sent them the link. I need you on right now, right? I need you on. Because we got 9 Kill Mother Radio in the house, man. And I want him to speak his piece, man. Because he pushed the black and brown. He pushed everybody on here. He play y'all music on his station. 9 Kill is the man. What's up in my 9 Kill Radio in the house, man? What's happening, little bro?
What's happening with my OG, man? What's happening with it?
What's popping?
It's love. It's love. Look who's here, too.
Oh, yeah, I see him in here. Much love. OG JD, man.
Go ahead, man, because you've been in the comments. Uncle
Hey,
BA
look,
in the
man.
building. He said but you've been in heavy in the comments. Say your thing, man. Cause you push black and brown. What day is it? Monday?
My today, you know, black no, you know, Brown Pride Mondays is, you know, I do it on Mondays and shit. I mix it up, you know, and it's all artist based from Bulldog all the way up to Lil Weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, I really give a full base of brown pride music, and I do that as a black because when I started this shit, it's being real. All the artists I grew up off of in the '90s, it was heavy black and brown problem. It was always about either Raja or it was
black sticks. It was never no love together. The black and brown hip hop people that say they did this and they
Put
divide
in the
us.
comment.
Sometimes us people divide ourselves,
Posted.
because we so worried about repping our own
Say that.
culture, we're not showing love to the other cultures. I'm a nigga. I come from the black and brown era of Gangsta Earn and Bully D. I'm not taking away from nobody, from no city of ours, but I'm gonna keep it G with you. We're gonna talk history. Let's talk Bulldog and Gangsta Earn. Two foundation artists from motherfucking black and brown that put on for us. So if you're a black and brown artist in Dago and you don't know who Gangsta Earn and Bully D is, you're not spitting no real black and brown shit. Because that's what they
That's
stood
why
for,
South
homie.
and Shelltown is cool. That's why
Exactly, homie. And
South
we all,
and
everybody got their
Shelltown is cool
politics.
because of
I
Gangsta
ain't taking
Earn.
away nothing from the South Bay, from West Coast, nigga, from Lincoln Park, or none of that. There's no other base, black and brown base section in Dago when we talking about urban communities than the South. Period, point blank. And everybody got to start keeping it real, homie. So our platforms OT and these people OT, I don't give a fuck how many people got collabs with us. Know the importance. Even when Mickey Slick and J.O. speaking on Gangsta Earn, nobody really speaks on what Gangsta Earn and Bully B meant to the Southeast, homie.
Yeah.
Everybody got to start keeping a G on that.
Yeah.
Black and brown is for real with me, and I'm the only one in this city, and I feel like worldwide, none of the radios and shit like that played us as a whole. So what I did when I built 9 Kill Radio was be different than the radio. All the artists that said fuck the radio, I wanted to play them. Cocaine and all them niggas was like my industry's type in underground niggas for me, where I didn't feel like we had to be Hollywood, because the nigga that was the realest, they always got slept on. E40. Too Short, Cocaine fucked the nigga. He's the most, I call him the T-Pain underground nigga before T-Pain. The most collaborated nigga in these streets, homie.
Like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Coca, nigga, straight up.
Shout out to Cocaine.
Hey,
Come on.
legendary.
Shout out to Jerry Long, man. Big
You know what I'm saying? And he fuck with everybody. I love Cocaine, homie. That's one dude. I'm from Dago. I ain't from LA, but I love him. And I even got that situation that Dago to LA, we supposed to, hate on each other to rep each other. Nah, we can rep our set, but we can also rep each other, homie. And I feel like for years, that's been a black ball in the game too. It's like, oh, Dago the little brothers to LA. I feel like we loved ones of each other. When you start playing that big bro and little bro shit, and y'all secondary and all that, that kind of starts a fire to where it's like, now Dago got to show that we ain't no punks. And that's what's been going on over the years, where it's like, they gonna feel like we got to prove ourselves. We got to prove ourselves to nothing. What we needed to do is build a unity behind each other. That's why I respect LA. I respect New York. I respect the South. They got a unity that we needed to build with each other, homie. If we base ourselves on the real shit, we'll be all right. That politicking, we're gonna keep dividing.
Say what you were saying about the black and brown, though, real quick. Say what you let real quick, JD, 1,000 partners. Let them say what you were saying about the black and brown. Hold on. Go ahead, JD. Where you at? Go ahead, JD. He left. But go ahead and say what you were saying about the black and brown.
I mean, shit, the black and brown is, I feel like it's love between one each other. I mean, I feel like it's love between one another. The thing is, a lot of black and brown folks get caught up on each other's culture instead of repping with each other. We done been through the most shit with each other over the years, homie. And if we look at it, we damn near similar to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just one repping this culture, one repping that culture. But I feel like we got a lot of alike, homie. If you ask me who's our relatives, I feel like black and brown is related, in a strong way. That's just real shit. The more we work together, homie, we gonna take over a lot of shit, because we was the ones that was up against it. And I felt like this. All that Chicano rap shit, I don't knock my Brown Pride brothers for being part of this hip hop, because a lot of times, I say it on 9 Kill all the time, I got Brown Pride representatives in my city that I feel comfortable with eating up a lot of niggas. I'm a black, and I feel like I could challenge niggas and let them know I got Brown Pride brothers that are bore up just like us. All that rap, all that culture shit is bullshit. That's us feeding into that. I don't feed into that shit. If you hip hop, you hip hop. Hip hop allowed Slim Shady in the door. So once they did that, I feel like, nigga, Brown Pride is allowed. All that's allowed, nigga. I don't give a fuck what culture you is. We need to stop putting a label on the culture. Hip hop is only black. Well, blacks allowed other cultures to be a part of this shit. So let's embrace it.
Right.
But hip hop ain't only black. Hip hop ain't only black. You dig?
Not at all.
If you know hip hop, it started with black and brown. Hey, G-Mon, say your final piece and let them know how to find you and about We Know First Media,
Yes, sir.
everything,
G
man.
Mud,
Let them
man.
know.
Yeah, you can find me at G Mud, man.
And
GEEMON
let them
underscore.
know what you do. You're an artist, you're a producer, you're a videographer, let them know
Woo.
what you do, man. Don't hold it
Man,
back, man. Don't do it.
man, I've been doing it. First of all, I'm an artist, man. Been doing this for years, man. And became a producer. Been producing artists for years as well. So, and been in the game heavily for a long time. And I've been the back burner, but I know everybody from the Bulldog. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace, Gangsta Earn, both of them. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I was lucky enough to be fortunate enough to be in the scenes with them. You know what I'm saying? At the time, that's how old I am. You know what I mean? But I mean,
That's right.
it's a situation to see them inspire us to grow and be in the same areas that we're trying to find
That's my
ourselves
elbow,
in
but you
and do
rotate.
our
You do
thing.
my
You know what I mean?
shirts.
So,
Okay.
everything from music,
You
man, to
see
merch,
everything.
to production, to video editing. I mean, you name it, man. And we've been doing it all. So, you tap in,
You can hear you.
Gmon, GEMON
Nike, everybody.
underscore at Comatose. And then if you need some apparel, it's G
We know
Custom
first. We know
Apparel
first.
Design. And we got the We Know First media. We're doing all kinds of interviews. Shout out to Poe for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We got his interview coming through as well. And we're definitely going to be working with Hypnotic and everybody else as well, because we're going to be circulating everybody's, you know what I'm saying, work, man.
I like that.
We definitely respect everybody,
Say
and
that.
we're trying to build this. We're trying to build this up, man. We appreciate you, Book. I know
Say
you've been on this for a minute, man, and I know you've been trying to get us all, you know what I'm saying, going, man. And I appreciate the patience, my G. You know what I mean? We've been doing it, and I know we've been all on different wavelengths, but it's all coming together, man. And congratulations and head off to what you've been doing here, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you being letting me and the rest of the staff be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I mean? But
And
don't forget, man, we
you
know
already
first.
know.
We got the We Know First Media, man. You can follow me there. YLF, You Look Familiar brand. I mean, it goes on and on, man. So I just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the platform. But get at me, man. We can work. Let's get it. Let's go.
G Mun does all my gear for me. You dig? Like all my shirts, y'all see, he does it for me. You dig? I
Appreciate you,
used to be
man.
at the
Appreciate
Soul
you.
Swap meet, and I used to be at the Soul Swap meet, and I had to order it, and he would make sure I had new shirts for that Saturday. You dig?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
hats and everything. That's my guy.
That go
We
by
know
nature.
first media,
Yeah.
they all that. You dig? He is my guy. He does everything.
Appreciate
Get at him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be working
you. Working.
together on each
Yeah,
other's
we're gonna be working.
platforms. You dig?
That's most definitely, brother.
And big up to Ernie and E Rock and everybody. Give shout outs to your whole crew, fam.
Yeah, man, definitely, man.
Because
Shout
E
out to
Rock was on here
E-Rock.
earlier.
Yeah, shout out to E-Rock, DJ Wham, Tony Lit, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Cali Active, DJ C-Rock, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, old school. But yeah, that's the staff, man. We building and growing, and we appreciate the, opportunities everybody's been giving us, man. We're just making some moves and circulating the right way. And like I said, we'd love to have the
Say
rest of
that.
you guys get on here as well, man, because we're trying to build bridges, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So the opportunities there, and
And
we're just trying to get it going.
I want you and Hypnotic to do something, man. Hey, Hypnotic. Let them
Oh,
know,
yeah.
man. Hey, this guy right here, right? Let me just say it again, man. We went to House of Blues, right? House of Blues.
Yeah.
It was Dog Pound and Quick.
DJ Quick. Yeah.
And we were with Bloodstone and Street Preacher, right?
Okay, yeah.
I had them all geared up in my gear. They were on stage. We were up here. And when this dude got on the mic, and when he got off, I was like, who was that dude? You dig? And it took me like 2 years to find him, man. I was like, yo, dude is dope.
So
And
that's
since
it, man.
then, and once we connected, it's just like you and me, G Munt. That's my
Yeah.
guy right there, man. That's my bro. Every time he come to Dago, he hit me up. I want us all to do something together with the videos or something, man. I'm telling you, I've been trying to plug y'all up.
Oh
It's
yeah,
my guy
definitely.
right here, man. Just like you,
Got
my
you, man.
guy, he my guy.
I
And
appreciate you,
and
man.
it's
Definitely.
all love. You did. Hypnotic, let them know before we
Man,
go.
I think to sum things up, man, we talking about one of the topics is Mexicans using the N word and the N word in general. But like nowadays, today, I've never seen more collaborations between black and brown. I feel like the unity is beginning. You know what I'm saying? We building
Is
that
that
bridge.
because of Lefty gunplay? Is that because of Lefty? Because he is definitely messing with black.
Even before him, I
Lefty
noticed.
played
Yeah. But even
who?
before him,
Who was
I
messing
noticed
with black like Lefty?
right. There's even before him though, I've noticed
We was
that there's
fucking with
more black and
Mexicans like
brown
9Q
artists.
Radio. I got Lefty Gunplay
Say
whooped.
that.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to my brown
But
pride
like
people, man.
Say
Much
that.
love.
I noticed there's more love, there's more collaborations between black and brown nowadays. So like you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like even with you, Trey, like you say, I said it before, you took care of me, man. You booked me, like you treat me better than some of these raza promoters, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that shows love, man. Because at the end of the day, with my music, I represent my cultura. I represent my raza. You hear it. You hear a lot of Spanish words. You hear a lot of culture. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I also represent hip hop. I'm here to make hip hop look good. I put effort into my lyrics. I put effort into being creative and presenting myself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, black, brown, white, whatever you are, if you on the mic and you keeping it real, 100, and you representing yourself respectable, you know what I'm saying? That's all that we can ask for, you know what I'm saying? And that overcomes anything regardless of race and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, I think it's good that we having a conversation between black and brown when it comes to that subject matter. Because like I said on my post, I've seen a lot of brown raza speaking amongst raza about the topic. I haven't really seen black and brown speaking on it like this. So this is beautiful because it lets people get a interpretation of how both sides feel when we're talking amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk to a bunch of Mexican fools about it on a podcast, but you know, there's a big elephant in the room. Where's the black representation on it? You know what I'm saying? So what we doing right here is beautiful to see, man. And I think we should do more of this. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs to get their opinion out there, and everybody's gonna have an opinion. We're not all gonna agree. There's gonna be some black people that are cool with Mexicans saying it. There's gonna be some black people that ain't cool with it. There's gonna be raza that's cool with it. Some raza that ain't cool with it. We ain't here to change nobody's mind. We're here to just explain where we come from and why we feel how we feel.
Say that.
Hold on, we
Say that.
can't piggyback on that. We can't change people's mind, though. People got to start being strong. That's why we built this black and brown circle. Like a lot of motherfuckers that's out here, I don't know if people know, but Dago City built this roundtable shit. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of hurts me that a lot of Dago artists speak on this, but don't know the footprints and shit was built at the round table. Us black and brown representatives stood up for this shit because we all come from somewhere, homie. One thing with 9Q, I don't use brown pride and black artists, but I take the black and brown pride urban artists from all sections of Dago and I bring y'all together to see y'all collab, network, do events and all that. You know what I'm saying? This is not about me first shit, but it's also, we got to start somewhere, homie. And I'm definitely that individual that seen where Dago was with that salty D shit. We had to get over the hump. So that black and brown, we definitely called that out. And we out here in the town, homie. We got, see, one thing that's special, it's like LA coming together in a peace treaty. A lot of people didn't know a lot of motherfuckers got together and the reasons why with 92. They know certain shit. So when you go back to the basics, it's always an establishing date of when something happened. A lot of people will start learning about it, but we've been doing this. Black and brown is built in Dago, homie, and we established that shit to get outside with each other and network with each other more. So if you ain't Team 9Q in the lowrider community, fucking with the rap community, fucking with the penitentiary, I was the youngster out here that had the blacks and browns playing handball in the 4-yard. You know what I'm saying? That's important because we got people that's home now that did, my G homie just did 20 some years. He finally made it home to let me know, homie. In the pen, I couldn't have that access, but I'm home now. You did something big for us, homie, and that's Dago. You brought us together. This is why I rep this shit so strong. So shout out to the black and brown from Dago, homie. Straight up.
Hell yeah.
I want to say this, you dig? Like how I met and got with 9Kill was on MySpace. I'm bringing it back. You dig? MySpace. G-Mon, you did beats for Black Mikey. He was rocking Black Mikey. He was putting
Oh
out
yeah.
Mikey's music. And then this dude right here, you dig, my bro, when you know he gave me the plug and the alley oop, and ever since then, me and I Kill been cool. I got with G
That's my
Mon,
Uncle BA
like we
right there,
did.
man. That's
I
my
still
op.
got beats. I still that's my Uncle BA. I still got beats that G Mon did for Black Mikey, that I paid for, and I've
Yeah.
been trying to get you Hypnotic with my man G Mon. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I try to plug everybody. You dig?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And big up to Ernie E. Rock. You dig? That's my little brother. I've known him since he was little. You dig? Like
That's
Yeah.
he
right.
only you dig? Like E. Rock. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And I I appreciate everybody. Right? I appreciate
For
everybody
real.
for what y'all doing.
Definitely.
And y'all did a show. You remember when I came to Chula Vista
Yeah,
to Diamond
yeah,
Gems, Hypnotic?
yeah. Ernesto D.
You
Yeah,
did a show with E Rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is how it go. You did. So look, this was important, and every Tuesday, y'all, we gonna be doing this. JD
Definitely.
had to get off. Cove had to get off. Their phones died, but this was
Mine's about to die,
beautiful, and
bro.
I
Mine's
appreciate
about to
y'all.
die.
I appreciate y'all. We're
Yeah.
ending it now. I appreciate y'all. Tap in next Tuesday. Tap in on Saturday for the live performances. If you want to perform, get at me. If you want to be on the hot topics, get at me. And eventually, come June 1st, we're gonna be at the headquarters. You dig?
Oh,
We got a
Keep
hey.
location
networking
now,
out there
man.
for everybody,
And
man, for
and
sure. Keep networking.
Yeah.
and
Definitely,
it's
man.
You
You know,
know,
all
hey,
and if
listen,
y'all,
love.
listen,
hey,
It's
look, if
all
y'all
listen.
love,
ever need
man.
any kind of projects pushed or any singles that's out there, you trying to get pushed, tap in to Nine Kill Radio. With or without you, I'm gonna push for you anyway. If y'all don't know, but if y'all
Appreciate
got
you,
Do it.
something
Let's
man.
that
do
y'all
it.
need pushed, I'm always gonna hear. I'm here for the town, homie. I rep my Dago artist, homie.
Let's
Let's
work.
do
Let's
it. Let's
work,
do it, man.
man.
All day.
Any pushing y'all music. G Mon, let them
Love
know
it.
how to get at you and go ahead.
Oh yeah, like I said, GGEEMON underscore comatose. So that's my music page. Go ahead and tap in with me. You guys got any inquiries on merch or whatever, you can hit me there and I'll give you all the other pages. But don't forget, man, you know what I mean? Like I said, we're doing videos, mixing, mastering, merch, you name it, we're tapping in. I'm trying to get everybody right. You feel me? Going
That's
all
right.
out. So let's
That's
get it,
one
man.
love.
And hats off. And I appreciate being on the bill with you guys, man. Much respect to you guys, you know what I'm saying? And Tre Boogie for giving me the opportunity to be up here with you guys, man. So much love, much respect.
That's
I mean,
one
let's get
love.
it.
Shout out to
Dope.
our big
It's
homies,
love.
big homies.
Yeah, for real.
Hold on. Go ahead, Hypnotic.
Yo, man, like it's all love, Trey. You already know what's up, man. Every time I go down there, I tap in with you. So, you know, you show me respect, I show you respect. That's basic fundamentals, man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, much love for the
You my
platform.
bro, man. You my bro, man. You dig?
You my carnal, homie. You my carnal, dog.
My carnal,
I would
homie.
use
My
another word,
carnal,
but I can't
homie.
use it. I don't use that word though. I don't use that other word. You know what I'm saying? I just say
You my nick.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have said it, but I
The
don't
whole
use it in my
Say
topic.
mouth.
that.
Yes, sir.
You my
Come
We
carnal,
would have
on.
had to
homie.
do a part three. We would have had to do a part three.
That's
Why
hilarious.
did Hypnotic
Imagine,
call Tre Boogie my?
imagine that. No, but for real though, man. Thanks for the
Yeah,
platform, bro.
yeah.
It's all love, bro. They call me Hypnotic, Hypnotic G Rooted. Catch me on Spotify, YouTube, everything, man. Just I'm out there. I'm doing my thing, man. Trying to put on for hip hop, for my culture, you know, and represent, man. You know what I'm saying? I love music. I love having these interactions and stuff, man. It's always good to network and meet people. Salute to everybody that was on here. I'm gonna tap in with everybody, man. For reals, man. We had a long conversation, and I feel like it was productive, man. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. Hypnotic G Rooted on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I push hard on IG. Hypnotic underscore G underscore rooted. Salute,
That's
Trey.
love.
Thank you again, man. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Salute to everybody in here.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
OG TME Rock, man. I see my OG in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
definitely.
you know, come
DJ Keep It
on.
Right,
Let
man.
them know
Let's
what
Getting
go.
time it
around the
is, Kill. Let
motherfucking
them know what time it
price
is.
suspect and all
Let
that,
them know
man. They
what
know what
time
time
it
it is.
is, Kill.
Hey man, it's game time, man. Look, I push my motherfucking mix. I push my mix back to come fuck with my OG. So 9Q about to get over here and push Dago, man. I do it for my Dago babies, man. If I'm available, fuck if I'm available. If y'all doing something, I'm coming to rock with y'all. I could push what I'm doing back because it's all about repping us. So I'm on the 9Q radio repping Dago music, man. If y'all want to tap in, tap in. Whether you busy or not, I'm a rep when y'all busy, man. Just know that. Nigga, San Diego, stand up. We don't lay down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come
Man.
on.
Hey, you see the comment. You see what's on the screen, right?
OG, look, you know my OG over there, though. Shout out to my Uncle BA, man. I love that dude. You know, knew
He
my
said,
pops
shout out to
before I
my
knew my
OG
pops, man.
BA at that
You
point.
know,
Much
on the
love,
real though.
baby. Hey,
Yeah, come on, man.
hey,
You know
what
the
you
love.
say?
Hey, look, you know the business, man.
Come
He
on.
knew my pops before I knew my own daddy, homie. You know what I'm saying? And that's real to have a nigga
Say
like
that.
that really love you for you. When my pops was incarcerated, that was one of them dudes that had me, homie. Straight up. He loved me for me, homie, and I love him for death.
That's right. Definitely.
Dig this though, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I really do. This was something magical. We'll be back next Tuesday and all the Tuesdays. Plus, I'm still doing the interviews on Thursdays. Plus, we doing the live performances on Saturday. And you're going to see me everywhere. You dig? You're going to see me until you don't see me. So it's going down. I appreciate y'all. It's your big homie, Tre Boogie. I love y'all, man. And
we love you
holla,
too, but
man. I appreciate everybody
you ain't
that
going
was
nowhere,
on
man.
here,
Keep
man.
fighting for us. You know, keep fighting every day.
All the time.
Much respect.
All
to
the
everybody,
time, man. I appreciate y'all.
To the
Look,
next one.
I holla.
F and G shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Tre Boogie. We sliding. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the millie up. In the southeast, Tre Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Tre Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Tre Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.